Well, hi there. Um, we're here to talk about philosophy and the philosophy major or minor at Thomas More University. My name is Dr. Kate Sharon. I'm a philosophy professor and chair of the department. And I have two students with me here today, and I'll let them introduce themselves. Uh, a brief description of our major and what the discipline of philosophy is about. Philosophy majors get to read and study some of the greatest thinkers of all time. They develop excellent skills in writing clearly, in arguing logically, and speaking persuasively. Students like the contemplation that philosophy allows them and appreciate the discovery of the unknown. Philosophy and ethics in particular serve them well throughout their lives, helping them understand and make good choices in their personal lives, professional work, and as well as reflective citizens. So in philosophy, there are not very many majors. So we like to say we have quality over quantity in philosophy. And what that does then is for philosophy students, it allows them to have really close direct contact with philosophy faculty. And we'll do some introductions of philosophy faculty in just a second. So real quick, philosophy, right now in the time of pandemic, it's a lot of reflection. It's a lot of who are we and what's the meaning of life and what do we owe each other. And there are different branches in philosophy: ethics, aesthetics, the study of beauty; epistemology, the study of knowledge; metaphysics, the study of what exists; and logic, the study of reasoning. So I'm gonna let two students introduce themselves, and we'll start. Well, I guess I should say, so philosophy faculty, so me, and then Dr. Jerome Langeth, specializing in aesthetics, and then Monsignor Tweddell, who really just does a lot of stuff, but philosophy of history, philosophy of religion, really could teach in all the major areas, metaphysics, and that's one of our recent grads, Ben Schulte. So here's Kenzie Disney and Michael Frost, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves and have a few questions for them. So Kenzie, do you want to start?
Yeah, so hi, my name is Kenzie Disney. I'm a junior and I'm a philosophy and theology major with a minor in English and art history. And when I'm not studying, I like to sing in the choir and also do theater. So just kind of do a little bit
Very
of everything.
well-rounded. You're a very well-rounded student.
My name is Michael Frost. I'm also a junior, majoring in philosophy, but also majoring in biology and minoring in chemistry. Um, I have a particular interest in neuroscience and the philosophy surrounding consciousness and the hard problem of consciousness, mind body dualism. Um, that's my wheelhouse.
So why did you choose philosophy as a major?
So my first philosophy class was with Father Trudell. My first year, we had a first year seminar, and it was on Leisure and the Basis of Culture by Joseph Pieper. And it really started, that book really changed kind of like how I thought about life in general, and it got me thinking about philosophy. And then a couple of years later, I ended up adding the major.
Nice. And how about you, Michael? Why choose philosophy?
So I've always loved big questions. Um, and you can ask my family, and that like I've always been one that could drone on a single topic for a long time, picking it apart. When I got to college, I knew that I wanted to go into biomedical research. But then taking actual philosophy classes, I discovered how integrated it all was, and how philosophy could make me a better scientist.
That's
And
so
not
cool. Yeah.
and not only that, but philosophy teaches you much more than science does. Philosophy teaches you, um, as it says on the screen here, how to live one's life rather than just how to work.
Nice.
Uh,
Very nice. How to be a good person. Great.
exactly.
Do you have any idea then about So as majors, you'll have to do a senior project next year. So you two are juniors right now, and you'll be seniors next year to graduate in May of 2020. I'm sorry, 2022. Do you have some idea about what you might take that year of independent focus to work on?
For me, probably something aesthetics related. Um, Maybe like the question of like, is beauty objective or subjective? Like, what is beauty? I've taken a couple classes with Dr. Langith with aesthetics, and that's my favorite section of philosophy. So
Great. And how about you, Michael?
So for me, it's not the aesthetics so much as the metaphysics, specifically philosophy of science. Um, so that's more my focus.
That's great.
Like I said, philosophy of consciousness.
Yeah. That sounds like a natural fit for you to get to do a deep dive into that. We've had other students in the past study food, silence, what does it mean to be the other person, right? And how do we define ourselves in terms of other people? Other projects about justice and aesthetics. It's wide open. Philosophy is such a broad discipline. It connects to lots of other study in lots of different ways. So we have some recent graduates. Josh Ostertag graduated just this last December, and Shay Isaacs graduated also in December. Shay works at Gravity Diagnostics, which is a science lab, basically, that did a lot of work in the last year with coronavirus testing. So that's a kind of unusual place for a philosophy major to end up. One of our majors from 2014 went on to do a master's in philosophy and now teaches part-time for us at Thomas More, but also is a program educator at the Cincinnati Observatory. Madison Light is a cataloger for an art house, an auction house in Cincinnati. And we've had other folks, Lauren Wolfer in 2017 was a nursing major and a philosophy minor. Keegan Hanrahan was an English major and a philosophy minor, and Ryan Tomosi was a philosophy major. So thanks so much for talking to us. We hope that other people will be interested in philosophy. We obviously think it's a great program of study for all of your other, it connects in so many other ways. So however you see yourself going on in the world, philosophy probably has something to add to you. All right, thanks so much for joining me. Have a good day.
Thank you for having me.